Wentz Financial Group presents Zips Basketball Weekly with John Groce, investment management for your lifetime. Hosted by Joe Dunn. Contributing sponsors include Summa Health. It's your health. Let's own it together. Hilton Akron Fairlawn, the preferred hotel of Zips Athletics. And the Spaghetti Warehouse, famous for its 15-layer lasagna.
Hello again, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Zips Basketball Weekly with head coach John Groce, brought to you all season long by the Wentz Financial Group. Well, the Zips right now are 14-4 overall, 4-1 in the Mid-American Conference after a nice road win out at DeKalb, Illinois Tuesday night against Northern Illinois. Then a tough 10-point loss at home Saturday afternoon to Toledo. And the Zips were on the road twice this week. Tuesday night down at Miami, then Saturday afternoon down in Athens for a 3:30 tip-off against the Ohio University Bobcats. Coach, I know we're going to take a look at these Northern Illinois highlights first, but I've got to get a comment from you on that Toledo game. From a pure basketball purist standpoint, that was a great game to watch.
Unbelievable game, and I felt that way during the game. I felt that way right after the game, and then you get a chance to watch the film. And I made the comment to some people, I thought it was like watching NBA 2K, like it was a video game.
Right.
Some of the shot making by both teams was, you don't see that in concert, both teams together shooting the ball like that in the same game very often. And unfortunately, we care who wins. And there's some things we need to clean up from that, but we got beat. I mean, they played really well. We played well, and unfortunately, we came up just a little bit short.
Do you get caught up in that, Coach? I know you're coaching the game, but you get caught up in saying, wow, this is a heck of a game. These guys are playing lights out.
Yeah, no, especially with the shot making.
Yeah.
In particular by the two Jacksons on their side, R. Jackson, Cheese, Williams made some tough shots. I thought Kanapke made some big-time threes for them. Yes. Saunders did. Littleson did. Not very often, Joe. We were talking there off the air. Do you see a game where both teams shoot over 50 from two, over 50 from three, over 75 from the line, and have a positive assist-to-turnover ratio, both teams, and with limited turnovers and sloppy play?
Yeah.
I mean, it was highest level of offensive execution and shot making, certainly with both teams playing that way. In any game that I've coached that I can remember, the only two I can think of that mirror it would be when I was at Ohio. We played a game at St. Bonaventure that went to 4 overtimes, and DJ Cooper and Andrew Nicholson, who went on to be an NBA player, both had over 40 in that 4 overtime thriller.
Wow.
And there was some high-level shot making. And then when I was at Ohio State, we played North Carolina in Chapel Hill, and there were like 5 or 6 pros between the two teams, and it was 100-something to 90-something. We lost that night, and that was another high-level scoring, shot-making game. But, in 25 years, that's about all I can remember. I mean, it was some high-level stuff.
If you were at the game on Saturday, you know what we're talking about. That was a great spectator game. But right now, let's go back to DeKalb, Illinois this past Tuesday night for the Zips' big game against Northern Illinois. Highlights brought to you by NIU Athletics. And, Coach, you've had a great habit of getting out to some quick starts this year. Another quick start against the Huskies.
Great start. Great first half, Joe, all the way around. I mean, defensively, offensively, the edge that we had, our competitive spirit. We were really connected. Thought our shot selection was terrific. You see Jackson burying one there when they go under the pick and roll. We just made a bunch of plays. And I thought we were really physical and did a great job and played about as well as we played all year in that first half.
Lauren Christian Jackson was on fire to start the game, hit a number of deep threes. In fact, you told a story after the game, Coach. You're sitting there next to Zarius Williams, and Lauren Christian Jackson shoots one, and he says, whoa, Coach, that was really a deep three.
Yeah, I did. So that was from downtown Chicago, which is obviously where Christian's from. So, obviously he made some big plays, and then Cheese came up big in the second half. The thing I think that stands out for me in that one, other than the great start we had, is just the poise we showed, because they start the second half. They've got a big-time run going. We've got Reese hurt at that point, and out for the game. Riak in foul trouble, only able to play 10 minutes in the second half. Williams in foul trouble, only able to play 10 minutes in the second half. Discombobulated lineups, guys having to step up. And I thought we showed a lot of courage to close that one out and really get that thing going back in our direction there midway through the second half.
You led 44-20 at halftime, Coach. You shot 53% in the first half, but you pointed out NIU comes out in the second half. They go on a great run. They cut it to 8. You call a timeout to get things settled down again.
Yeah, and then we took off from there.
Right.
But again, just great poise, great leadership. I thought the second half really spearheaded by Cheese and Jackson. Those two guys, Sales really stepped up, came in and made some plays for us when he was called upon. Got good contributions from Tribble and Ali as well. And so we needed everybody at that point due to the foul trouble and the injury to Reese.
Zips had 3 players in double figures in that win over Northern. Lauren Christian Jackson was 17. Tyler Cheese, as the coach pointed out, with a great second half, ends up with 23. Zarius Williams, 12 points, 13 rebounds. One of the keys, Coach, last week we talked about Eugene German, one of the better players in the league. I thought you did a great job on him. He was 6 out of 22, 17 points, but you made it hard for him.
We did. You know, obviously he's a terrific player, you know, as good as any in our league, and our guys really respect him. And you know, his ability to score at all 3 levels and make plays for himself and others. And we did a good job on him. We were fortunate. I thought our effort level and our concentration, our focus when it came to the game plan on him, our ability to make things hard and challenging for him, and we ran multiple bodies at him defensively. You know, we did a good job making him inefficient.
Second road win in the conference, Coach, and as you pointed out, every coach in college basketball covets those road wins. You've got 2 now.
Yeah, no question. You know, whether it's non-conference or conference, they're, you know, hard to come by, but you got to play well. And we played well enough, obviously, that night to get the W.
Northern Illinois, a very good team at home, Coach. It's nice to get that win, and maybe we'll see them again. The conference is so tight right now. You look at the standings, anybody can beat anybody right now.
There's no question. Yeah. I mean, I said that from the outset, and you know, we're fortunate at this point. We need to keep building on what we've done. Yeah. We've played some pretty good basketball, but you have to take it one game at a time. I know people feel that's coach cliche talk.
Yeah.
That's reality, because what happened in the Toledo game, or in Miami's case, what happened in the Ball State game, has nothing to do with Tuesday night. You better play well that night. You start trying to figure out who's going to win and lose based on statistics and rankings and standings, you're going to drive yourself crazy, because it doesn't work out that way. You have to play well that night. The best team will win, and so we've got to get ready to go to play well in Oxford.
Yeah. Last week we took a look at some of the young freshmen on the basketball program. This week we're going to take a look at some of the juniors, so don't go away. We're back to talk about the junior class of Zip basketball players right after this.
The difference with Wentz Financial Group is that we do not have a cookie-cutter answer to any of our clients' needs. Every day is completely different in the market, and every client situation is unique. We value the opportunity and responsibility to manage the hopes and dreams of our 3,000 customers nationwide.
Come see the difference Wentz Financial Group can make for your financial future. Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime.
The University of Akron is more than a college or campus.
It's a connection to the community.
To the thousands of opportunities right here in Northeast Ohio.
And to the partnerships with employers and organizations.
Like the LeBron James Family Foundation, where we connect kids to life-changing possibilities.
It's the strength of UA, this city, and these connections.
It's where students make an impact on their community and in the world.
While still making an impact
in the classroom,
on the track,
in the boardroom,
and in my community.
That's what makes us the University of Akron.
Okay, welcome back to Zips Basketball Weekly with head coach John Groce. And coach, it's always important, I think, in a basketball program to balance out the team. You got so many seniors, so many juniors, sophomores, freshmen. You've got a good junior class, though, to work with right now.
We do, and you're right. You'd like, in a perfect world, you'd like to have perfect balance. It sometimes doesn't work out that way, but you know that's what you'd like to have. Our junior class is a great class for us. We've got obviously Sales and Jackson who have been with us the entire time. You know, and really seen our program evolve, not only on the court, but off the court, culturally speaking, academically speaking. And both guys do a good job in a lot of those areas and represent what we want to be about. And that's what's the most impressive, certainly with Sales and Jackson. And then we added Reese, you know, here, and he's fit in great. I love his competitiveness and his motor. I was attracted to that right out of the gates. And, you know, Cam is a guy that has been through a lot, seen a lot, and offers a lot of different experiences to our locker room from a different perspective, and just love coaching him. He's one of those guys that just hates losing, competes in everything we do in practice, tries to win every drill, and that really rubs off on our players, makes our practices a lot more competitive. He has that gift.
Right now, let's meet those three young men that make up the junior class right here at the University of Akron.
Hi, I'm Jaden Sales. I'm a junior here at Akron. I play center, and I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio. And the best part about playing here at Akron, I'd say, is, we're a MAC school, we're underdogs, we're mid-major, so it's schools like us where we can make special things happen. People don't think too highly of us, so it's our job to prove them wrong.
Cameron Reese, class of 2021, from Oakland, California. Best part about playing basketball at Akron, well, me and my teammates, we all real tight-knit, trying to get better. We're competing each and every day, day in, day out to get better, do what we got to do to win.
I'm Lauren Christian Jackson from Chicago, Illinois, point guard. The best part about playing at Akron is the fans. They're amazing. It's a real blue-collar state that we are in, so just the fans in general that come out and watch us play.
For me, coming in from JUCO is a different experience. I had to settle down coming from JUCO, because I was a leader there. So I came in, try to listen to everybody, so I can know what I'm doing, making sure I'm saying the right things, putting people in the right positions to win, that type of deal.
This is my second year being a captain, so just trying to help be my best every single day so that the young guys can feed off that, and also the older guys, because if I get on them and I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, they're not going to respect me the same as if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But also being able to listen, because those young guys have good ideas too, so being able to listen to them and listen to their perspective on things and feed off them. So I think pretty much we're learning from each other, and everybody's learning from each other. We're taking feedback from each other. So at the end of the day, we're all leaders, even though we have captains, but we're all leaders within each other.
A big thing this year, people on this team, nobody's trying to be a standout player, everyone, coach gave us our roles and everyone accepts the roles to a high level. So nobody's out here trying to be a superstar or anything. We're all just doing what we need to do, and then once we all do that, we can all reach our ultimate goal.
For me, since I'm new coming in, I felt like coming in, everybody knew what was expected. We knew what we had to do if we wanted to do whatever, chase whatever goal that we got. And I think that the way that we got here is more so everybody buying in. The process, it's not just one thing or one person doing everything. It's everybody buying in and doing all the little things to help each other out.
I think this team is really special, but at the end of the day, we're trying to focus on one game at a time and just trying to go 1-0 every day. So we could be really good, and we know we could be really good, but we're just trying to take it one game at a time and just trying to be great in that one game setting and trying to be great in our roles each and every day.
Hope you enjoyed meeting those three young men. And Coach, the improvement from year to year, and I know the junior class, you expect so much more out of them when they become seniors.
No question. That's what we want to be about. We want to see them change and transform as people, students, and players. And I think certainly, as we alluded to earlier, Christian and Jaden have been with us now, for the entire time, and they've done that and been through a lot of different experiences. That our hope is that it impacts them not only obviously while they're here, but it helps form who they are when they leave. And then obviously we're now getting the opportunity to work with Reese, and he's already made a lot of strides as well, both on and off the court. And it's the fun part of our job to see these guys develop and grow.
Good look at our juniors. We're going to take a break, come back, and look at highlights from that great game against Toledo right after this.
Roman was born with a hole in his heart. But thanks to the experts at Summa, who found the problem and fixed it quickly, he's feeling 26 again. Not 76. Minimally invasive heart procedures, many performed in under 2 hours. Summa Health, vital for getting back in the game and more.
Well, people will be talking about that Akron-Toledo game for a long, long time. Coach, I know you want to get rid of the game, get rid of a game after you lose it, but man, oh man, that's one everybody's going to be talking about.
No question. We have to use it as, the acronym LOSS, learning opportunity.
Yeah.
Stay strong. We've got to stay the course. We know what we're capable of. We played some good basketball, and the reality of it is we actually played some pretty good basketball in the loss.
Sure.
They played better than we did yesterday, made a few more plays. We've got to clean up some things defensively. I did tell them after the game, I said, hey, look, the reality of it is that we know if we give up 99 points, it doesn't matter where the game's at, we're probably going to get beat.
Yeah.
We're losing that game when you give up 99. So credit to them for their shot making, but we've got to find a way to be more impactful defensively. Obviously, our goal has been to be number one in the league on defense. It's been the guys' goal. And after yesterday's performance, we slipped from second to third, which is no surprise when you give up 99 points and, you allow them to be as efficient as they were. But great performance by Toledo, great offensive performance by our guys. We got to find a way to be more impactful on the defensive end.
Right now, let's go back to Rhodes Arena this past Saturday afternoon. Highlights brought to you by ESPN3. And as Coach said, what a great spectator game. And Coach, both teams had great runs. It was a game of runs. I'll tell you, Toledo had the last run and they won it.
It was, and give them credit and our guys credit.
Yeah.
Because the first half did not go the way we wanted it to. They went on a big run the last 8 minutes of the first half. Now they're up 10. We come out to start the second half and really fought back and ended up taking an 11-point lead. And usually when you're on the road, in Toledo's case, and the home team comes back like that and goes back up by 11,
You're right.
It really challenges the courage and the toughness of Toledo. And give Todd's kids credit, man. They really stepped up and made some plays and fought that run off and went on a run of their own.
We saw Jaden Sales hit a 15-foot jumper. He had to play a lot more than normal, Coach, because of Cam Reese. He should be back, though, this week, I would think.
That's our plan, obviously. We wanted to try to make sure we took care of Cam. He sprained his ankle, sprained it pretty well. I mean, he got it pretty good at Northern Illinois, and so he's been working treatment pretty hard and should be ready to go this week. But, obviously we're a next man up organization, and I thought Jaden made some plays for us, and we're going to need him the rest of the year to do that.
Well, that was a high-scoring first half, Coach. You're down 10 at the half. It's 46-36. I haven't seen a score like that in a while at halftime.
Yeah, no, we gave up a lot of points. We scored a few, and in the second half, as we all know, Joe was even more that way with both teams scoring 53 points.
Exactly. Channel Banks hit a 3 at the buzzer to end the first half to make it a 10-point game, and then boy, you come out in the second half, Coach, on fire. You get the crowd into the game and take that 11-point lead.
Yeah, we played really well to start the second half, had an edge to us. Guys competed, man. They wanted to play. It was a great game, great environment. The crowd was terrific. Zips Nation's been awesome in particular over the last 2 or 3 weeks. It's been great. And they've been coming out and watching. We've got a good team, and hopefully they take great pride in that. But it was a heck of a game. Great run by our team there. That triggered the timeout that you just saw there by Toledo, and we then get up as many as 11 in the second half.
I know this season, Coach, you wanted to play fast. That was one of the things you talked about in the preseason, and I thought you got out in transition and made that 11-point lead. Lauren Christian Jackson hit some threes on the run. There's a great shot by Zarius Williams, but you played fast and played well.
We did, and we're playing at a much different pace. The statistics show that. The eye test, you feel that as we're playing.
Yeah.
We're pushing the ball. We're running harder. We are, and that's the way we want to play, not only now, but that's what we believe in. And so we've finally been able to put together a roster that fits that pretty well, and next year's team will fit that style as well.
You made a comment after the game, Coach, on the radio that neither team could stop anybody else. It was that type of game. Great offensive performance.
It was. Neither team had much impact defensively, and high-level offensive execution and shot-making game.
Have to mention Marion Jackson from Toledo. I can't remember, and we talked about this before the show, I can't remember an opposing player coming into Akron and having a game like that.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, exactly.
He had some big-time shots that he made late in the game, and from very deep and off the dribble and oversized, and give him a lot of credit. He's one of the best players in our league, and he certainly played like it in this one.
There was some great shot making by both teams, Coach. We talked about that. Zarius Williams had a great couple shots in the corner. Lauren Christian Jackson hitting shots off the dribble. Just great shot making Saturday.
Yeah, no question. I thought both teams, their kids stepped up and had a lot of courage and made some big time shots.
Exactly. Maybe see Toledo again with much more on the line later in the year. But we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have our player of the week and our player on the rise. So don't go away. We're back right after this.
The difference with Wentz Financial Group is that we do not have a cookie cutter answer to any of our clients' needs. Every day is completely different in the market, and every client situation is unique. We value the opportunity and responsibility to manage the hopes and dreams of our 3,000 customers nationwide.
Come see the difference Wentz Financial Group can make for your financial future. Wentz Financial Group. Investment management for your lifetime.
The University of Akron is more than a college or campus.
It's a connection to the community.
To the thousands of opportunities right here in Northeast Ohio.
And to the partnerships with employers and organizations.
Like the LeBron James Family Foundation, where we connect kids to life-changing possibilities.
It's the strength of UA, this city, and these connections.
It's where students make an impact on their community and in the world.
While still making an impact
In the classroom,
on the track,
in the boardroom,
and in my community.
That's what makes us the University of Akron.
Right now it's time to name our Player of the Week and our Player on the Rise. And our Player of the Week is a young man that has really come on. Fun to watch. How about junior point guard Lauren Christian Jackson? Coach had 2 outstanding games for the week. He averaged 25 points a game, hit 11 of 18 three-pointers, 11 assists, 5 steals. Every week we talk about this young guy, and every week he just keeps getting better.
No, he's playing at a really high level, Joe. We were talking about him and some of the other players on our team and in the league that are really, really good. Obviously, he's one of them. He's one of the best players in the league. I think the thing that, leadership, obviously everyone sees the stat sheet, the points. But his leadership, his ability to defend and be a nuisance at that end of the floor, even at his size, are 2 huge things that you maybe don't see sometimes on that stat sheet that I think make him a really special player in addition to his statistical production.
Yeah. He told Frenchie and me he takes 500 shots a day from the three-point line, and now it's really paying off for him.
No question. I mean, he's in the gym a lot working. He's not the only one. We call it unrequired work.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of guys that are really bought in right now that come in, whether it's before practice, stay after practice, come back at night, set up the shoot-away machine. With our GA, they're constantly working. They love ball, which makes them fun to coach.
Our Player on the Rise, a young man out of Cincinnati, Ohio, 6'9", junior post player, Jaden Sales, playing a lot right now. He had 15 minutes against Toledo on Saturday, 4 points, a couple rebounds, but you got to have some bench strength, Coach, and he's coming on for you a little bit.
No, he was great. We don't win the Northern Illinois game if he's not ready.
Right.
He comes in and makes some plays for us. Played 15 minutes in the Toledo game. There you see the great finish that he had, blocked the ball, was pretty active, and we always say you got to be ready when called upon, and certainly Jaden was. Here he buries the 15-footer on the pick and roll that was iced, and Jaden was for us the last 2 games, and we got to have him ready to go the rest of the year.
Coach, now we go on the road for 2 games. Tuesday night down at Miami, Saturday afternoon down in Athens against Ohio. Always tough to win on the road, and now Miami, a team that lost a tough one to Ball State, but they're awful good at home.
They are. All the teams are, right, in our league. So, and they'll be desperate coming off the loss they just had. So, and we're going to get everyone's best shot. Our guys have, in a way, Joe, kind of earned that by how we've played non-conference and here early. So, we've got to make sure that we're on edge and we're ready to go. And we were for the Toledo game. Guys were excited to play. The crowd was awesome.
Yeah.
We just got to be better defensively and be more impactful on that end.
Coach, best of luck on the road this week. Hopefully this time next week we're talking about 2 road wins. So we'll see you back here next week for more Zips Basketball Weekly. My name's Joe Dunn. Always remember, go Zips.
Wentz Financial Group presents Zips Basketball Weekly with John Groce. Investment management for your lifetime. Hosted by Joe Dunn. Contributing sponsors include Summa Health. It's your health. Let's own it together. Hilton Akron Fairlawn, the preferred hotel of Zips Athletics. And the Spaghetti Warehouse, famous for its 15-layer lasagna.
This has been a presentation from Learfield IMG College.